Hey guys, it's Victoria. So in this video, we are going to be talking about when you're able to use the alveolar flap sound. Now, if you're not exactly sure what a flap is, I just made another video about that, so I'm going to link that for you somewhere around me here. But basically, the flap is the sound that you hear in city, pretty, water. There are a lot of flaps in standard American English speech, and they usually happen in two major contexts. The first context is when you get a flap within a single word. So to get a flap within a single word, it has to meet this criteria. It has to be vowel, consonant, vowel, somewhere in your word. The consonant has to be the letter T or D. Two T's or two D's is also okay. And the second vowel can't be the primary stress in the word. If it is, then we can't get a flap. So let's look at the word city as a quick example. In city, we have our vowel I, then we have our consonant, then we have our final vowel, which isn't the primary stress, and that's why we don't say city, we say city. So there's a lot of words in which we can flap. I'm going to read you a handful of them here. So we have water, opportunity, adding, letter, computer, garden, reality, city, notice. So I know what you're thinking. Are there any exceptions? And unfortunately, yes, there are exceptions to this rule. It's not a perfect rule, but it's a pretty good rule. And so there's not a ton of exceptions. Some exceptions that do come to mind off the top of my head, the word detail meets perfectly the criteria to get a flap, but we don't flap. We remain, the T remains a T, not a flap. Or the word politics versus political. In politics, we don't flap. In political, we do, even though in politics, the criteria is also met. So that's when we get flap within a single word. We can also get flap when it actually occurs between two words. So if you have a word that ends in a T or a D sound, and your following word begins with a vowel sound, you can combine those two words using a flap. So hadda, like I had a good time, or it isn't cold outside. It actually is cold outside. That's total wishful thinking. Or Ada, I saw her at a party. Or startup, he opened a startup. You get the idea. So because there are endless opportunities for flap between two words, that's part of the reason why standard North American English has a lot of alveolar flaps. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.